Why do you have a fear of mental or physical harm? Well, it seems obvious, right? We don't want to get hurt. Our bodies are responding to keep us safe and protected. Sometimes fear is for our own good. But what if we're in that situation where fear is irrational? Today we're going to talk about the 5 categories of fear, and at the end I'll show you how to overcome any fear, if you want to. Let's do it. So the 5 categories of fear, as separated by psychologists, are 1. Fear of separation. Fear of separation comes from this, usually, worry about abandonment. Typically, people have situations where they have felt abandoned or lost, alone. When you are in a space of fear of separation, this will often make you feel like you are alone without any support. You want to withdraw, you hide out, you don't go to work. Things like this happen. It's a common fear for many people that have faced difficulties, particularly in their childhood. Second one is identity loss, fear of identity loss. This comes when you are feeling the need to have others give outward affirmation of who you are, your physical capabilities, your mental capabilities. You're looking outwardly for them to say, you are good at this. This is who you are. And when people don't give you that, you begin to take on the identity of a loser, somebody that is not going to succeed, somebody that is not capable, because you are looking outside yourself for your identity. Fear of identity loss comes when you struggle to own your greatness, or you struggle with believing you're not worth anything. Fear of physical harm. This is understandable, right? We want to protect ourselves from broken bones, dismemberment, things that would actually tear us to pieces. This is a natural instinct. Protect this body, protect what's going to happen, that you don't want to face the pain. So you may have a really heightened sense of fear of physical harm, which keeps you from venturing into spaces that others would go. You're too scared to go on a hike because you don't want to be exposed to the elements, or you won't walk near the edge of a cliff because you're afraid of heights. These are the ideas of physical harm that we encounter. This is a common one too, and very, very understandable. And yet people consistently will evaluate the space they're in, consider the risks. They know they may die jumping out of an airplane or doing other crazy things, but they take a chance on themselves knowing how to prepare and face it. You can do that too if you want. Fear of loss of autonomy. This is when you feel like you have no power over your own life. Everything's scheduled for you. You're stuck going here and there. You have no real choice. You feel like your life is not yours. Your life is one of duty to another cause that has been placed upon you. This can be claustrophobic for many people. It will arise when somebody is in a job where the restrictions of the job duties are so narrow and so tight, and the expectations and the pay don't match the output of energy. People can resist that. Or in a relationship, you're with somebody that's deeply controlling. They're locking you down in all spaces of your life, so you now are basically an automaton reacting to whatever it is that they have on the page for you. That's how this can appear in your life. And the last one is fear of failure. Fear of failure is very common. It ignites within us shame, embarrassment. That desire that we wish to be seen as successes can often be dismantled by a failure. Many people are afraid to admit failure of any kind, and what they'll do rather than face failure is give up, not try, walk away, deny, all of these things after failure, reject it. You miss out on a whole pile of learnings if this fear of failure is something that is residing within you. So take a look at these 5 areas of fear and consider, how are they impacting your life and your lifestyle? Are there spaces within these categories where the fear that you have is triggering within you a desire to create safety around you and not move into that space, but it's not serving you? This is the key. People often will ask me, why would I face this fear? I don't like it. I don't want to do it. If you don't like it, you don't want to do it, and there's nothing on the other side of that that is enticing you, you don't need to change. But if you are sitting at home feeling fear of separation and scared to go out into the world because you feel like you are lost, that is a downward spiral of disconnection with humanity that's going to impact you in many, many ways. I know this because this is one of my great fears, fear of separation. I struggle literally at the end of every single video shoot I do when I do these with that fear. It overwhelms me. I begin to feel like, oh my gosh, I've talked about personal things on a public forum to people that I don't know how they'll react, and I feel like I need to withdraw, like I need to hide, like I can't be seen. It is a natural result for me of doing this, the exposure. It leaves me open to feeling embarrassment and shame. And I've looked into this, and this is honestly a result of my abuse as a kid. It flares up in situations like this, and I am aware of it. And so when I get into that space, I give myself a minute. I talk to myself about the fact that it's hard when I'm done, that I am feeling embarrassed and I'm feeling ashamed and I'm expecting rejection. And all of that is nothing. It is nothing. And when I can look at it that way, then I can rally myself. And I have things in place so that they force me to go outside and meet the world after this is done, so that I don't withdraw, that I don't give in to that space of hiding, because it can be so overwhelming and powerful that it does create a downward cycle if I don't address it ahead of time. But I know it's there. I know it's coming. I am ready for it. I have plans with people to keep me going after I recoup for a minute. I need to take a breath. I need to recover. And then, once that's done, I have friends that I go engage with. And it reaffirms for me that I am not separate. It reaffirms for me that my fear of that I am alone and rejected and separate from the rest of humanity is not real. And these are common fears. That's why there's 5 categories. We all face them at some point in some level. I don't know where yours are, but when I look at that space for me and I think what it can do to my life if I give into it, well, it's just not acceptable. Why would I allow that little fear that hits me as hard as it does to change what I do and what I want to do? Why would I give up a whole aspect of my life for one little fear that isn't going to harm me? And you know what? If people hate me and shame me for my videos, well, who cares, right? It's just a failure, and I'm clearly not connecting. And what harm will that do to me? None. None, right? I grew up, sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt me. That was a phrase my mom would always say when people would pick on me at school, right? That phrase has been morphed now, where we say words are violence, they harm people, and words can hurt people, but it is not a punch to the face. It is nothing but an emotional hit that will scar you if you allow it. The words that are given and thrown, the shame, all of that only has the power we allow it to have within us. If we refuse to accept that, if someone were speaking to me and disparaging me and telling me I was bad in a foreign language that I didn't understand, I wouldn't care how mad their affect was. I could sit there and look at them and think, wow, you're really upset. I don't care. But if I understood the words and what they were saying, and I allowed those words the power to penetrate my heart and take them upon myself and say, yeah, I am a failure, that's when I lose. And the way we get through that is by recognizing this person speaking directly into a trigger of my fear of separation. And I am reacting to these words from this one person at a far, far greater rate or greater capacity than I need to. I don't need to worry about this. You can listen. Maybe that person doesn't like you, but there's something in there that they're saying that can change how you present. Maybe it's just garbage, but you can meet it with curiosity instead of meeting it with resistance, denial, and then a downward spiral into your fear, whatever that may be. So if you are in a space where you want to change your life because you have fears that are keeping you from moving to places you wish to be, I hope this helps you. This is my video. Thanks for joining me. I'm James Burnham.